Basics of Mechanical Engineering 3 Multiple Choice Questions. Week 6 answers in NPTEL course. Let us see the first question. In a concurrent flow heat exchanger, the hot and cold fluids, option A, enter from opposite ends and flow in opposite directions. Option B, enter from the same end and flow in the same direction. Option C, enter from the same end but flow in opposite directions. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option B, enter from the same end and flow in the same direction. Let us see the explanation. In a concurrent flow heat exchanger, both the hot and cold fluids enter the heat exchangers at the same side and move parallel to each other. That means they flow in the same direction throughout the exchange process. You can also see this image. Here cold fluid and hot fluid enters in the same direction. You can see the result in this graph sheet. Cold fluid temperature increase and hot fluid temperature decreases. Question number 2. Boiling that occurs when a bulk fluid is in motion is called as dash. Option A, pool boiling. Option B, nucleate boiling. Option C, flow boiling. Option D, film boiling. The correct answer is option C, flow boiling. Let us see the explanation. Let us see the meaning of these four terms. First one, pool boiling. This refers to boiling where the fluid is stationary and only the heat transfer from the surface to the fluid causes it to boil. Second one, nucleate boiling. This means a specific type of boiling within flow boiling or pool boiling where bubbles form at discrete nucleation sites on the heated surface. Third one is flow boiling. This type of boiling happens when a liquid is forced to flow over a heated surface, causing bubbles to form within the fluid as it moves. That means the fluid is in motion. Fourth one, film boiling. A boiling regime where a vapor film forms on the heated surface, insulating it from the liquid and significantly reducing the heat transfer rate. So you can just see these four meanings. The flow boiling answer is correct. Flow boiling means it causes bubbles to form within the fluid as it in motion. So the correct answer is flow boiling. Question number 3. According to Fick's first law, diffusion is the process of dash. Option A, movement of particles from low to high concentration. Option B, random motion of particles without concentration gradient. Option C, spontaneous mixing of particles from high concentration to low concentration. Option D, movement of particles against concentration gradient using energy. The correct answer is option C, spontaneous mixing of particles from high concentration to low concentration. Let us see the explanation. Diffusion is the movement of particles due to their random motion naturally tending to move from areas where they are more concentrated to areas where they are less concentrated, essentially leveling out the concentration across a given space. So the correct answer is option C, that is spontaneous mixing of particles from high concentration to low concentration. Question number 4. The sudden rise of pressure in the penstock due to rapid change in water velocity is called. Option A, surge pressure. Option B, draft loss. Option C, water hammer. Option D, head loss. The correct answer is option C, water hammer. Let us see the explanation. Water hammer occurs when there is a rapid closure of a valve or a change in flow rate, causing the water's momentum to be abruptly stopped, resulting in a pressure wave traveling through the pipe, leading to a significant pressure increase. So the correct answer is option C, water hammer. Question number 5. The energy we get from the sun is produced by fission reactions in its core. Option A true, option B false. The correct answer is option B false. Let us see the explanation. The energy we get from the sun is produced by nuclear fusion, not fission. A process where hydrogen nuclei combine to form helium in the sun's core, releasing vast amounts of energy. Nuclear fission, on the other hand, involves the splitting of heavy nuclei like uranium, which is a different process and not what powers the sun. So the correct answer is option B false. Question number 6. The isotope of uranium commonly used as primary fuel in nuclear plant is option A U-238, option B U-235, option C U-233, option D U-240. The correct answer is option B uranium-235. Let us see the explanation. The isotope of uranium commonly used as the primary fuel in nuclear plants is U-235. Uranium-235 is a fissile material, meaning it can sustain a chain reaction necessary for nuclear fission and energy production. While naturally occurring uranium contains mostly uranium-238, it is enriched to increase the concentration of uranium-235, which is essential for most nuclear reactors. So the correct answer is option B U-235. Question number 7. In a petrol engine, the air fuel mixture is injected during option A compression stroke, option B power stroke, option C suction stroke, option D exhaust stroke. The correct answer is option C suction stroke. Let us see the explanation. Let us discussing about these four types of strokes in petrol engine. Suction stroke means the intake valve opens, the piston moves down, and the air fuel mixture is drawn into the cylinder. Compression stroke, in the in this stroke, the intake valve closes and the piston moves up, compressing the air fuel mixture. The third one is power stroke or combustion stroke. The spark plug ignites the compression mixture, causing an explosion that pushes the piston down, generating power. The last one is exhaust stroke. In this stage, the exhaust valve opens and the piston moves up again, pushing the burnt gases out of the cylinder. Okay, just you can, if you know these four stages, you can easily identify this answer. So the correct answer is suction stroke. In the suction stroke, piston moves down and the air fuel mixture is drawn into the cylinder. Question number 8. In electric vehicles, an inverter is primarily used to option A convert AC to DC, option B convert DC to AC, option C store energy in the battery, option D none of these. The correct answer is option B convert DC to AC. Let us see the explanation. The inverter role is to convert the stored DC power from battery into the AC power needed to drive the motor. So the correct answer is option B convert DC power to AC power. Question number 9. Which of the following is not a component of an electric vehicle? Option A transmission drive, option B controller, option C inverter, option D spark plug. The correct answer is option D, spark plug. Let us see the explanation. Electric vehicles use electric motors to propel them, unlike traditional gasoline cars, which use internal combustion engines that require spark plugs to ignite the fuel mixture. But in electric vehicle, the spark plug is not required. So the correct answer is option D, spark plug. The last question is, in a spark ignition engine, the throttle is used to option A, control the ignition timing, option B, control the quantity of fuel air mixture entering the engine, option C, adjust the compression ratio, option D, increase engine temperature. The correct answer is option B, control the quantity of fuel air mixture entering the engine. Let us see the explanation. The throttle valve is located in the intake manifold and regulates the amount of air entering the engine. By opening or closing the throttle, the engine can control how much air is drawn in, which directly impacts the amount of fuel that can be mixed with it, thus determining the overall quantity of fuel air mixture entering the cylinder. So the correct answer is option B, control the quantity of fuel air mixture entering the engine. In the next video lecture, we will discussing about this week 7 answers of basics of mechanical engineering 3 in NPTEL course. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.